Welcome, foolish mortals.
Good evening and welcome to the After Hours. This is our 24th episode. I'm your charming ghost host, Carlos Silva, joined by the mystical, dare I say, mysterious Colin Kendall.
He didn't tell us about this. I'm not prepared. It's gonna be a fun show.
And the always enigmatic, surprising, but always friendly Jason Knapp.
I'm like your regular old Casper.
Where did you even get those glasses?
What are you talking about?
Oh my gosh. Let me...
I always wear glasses.
Guys,
Cat, don't I always wear glasses?
let's
No.
talk Disney.
Oh, I gotta scooch down a little bit. I'm a little too
Oh, he's
close.
too high.
This is what we didn't know about.
And this is a really, really special show because, well, Colin.
Yeah, we have a special guest with us tonight. It's actually a person I met not too long ago, actually probably a little over a year ago now. It seems like this year has flown by, but I met a special event down in Orlando with some mutual friends. But now we're having her on the show. The Kat, our friend over at Get Down to Disney, and about 7 other things it looks like. But
Yeah.
welcome.
Hey, thanks so much, guys. Thanks for having me on. How you doing?
Great.
It's gonna be a fun show.
Be prepared, Kat.
excited.
It's been a while.
I don't know if that's a warning or a threat or any of the above, but
Well, I'm here to put a lady's touch on this show tonight, so let's get started, huh?
Thank goodness.
we'll need it.
And
Because we're so tired of Colin trying to do that all on his own.
Well, thanks.
Nothing wrong with being in touch with your feminine side.
That's what I keep telling him, but he...
and it's been a while that we don't have
proud
a
of it.
guest. Kat, probably you're gonna notice why.
You don't ever want to come back. Like,
Well, but buddies, now is the spooky time.
Now is the spookiest time.
Hello. And I was supposed to bring my screen, but I couldn't miss that.
couldn't remember.
And well, who is going to
distracted
explain?
by that.
Because we do have a lot of new members for our audience, and I think it's important to explain what is before after. Who is going to explain that? Colin.
I guess I can, sure. So essentially, it's a game we play here on After Hours where we set an event in time. It's typically an event in Walt Disney World history of some sort, and then we pose a question on screen of an event, at some point in time, typically also in Disney history. And your job as the audience, and we're going to put Kat on the spot for this one, is to decide if the event that we put on screen happened before or after our action item event of the night. I believe Carlos has it mentioned as the anchor event of the night.
Anchor date,
so
yes.
What is our anchor date tonight, Carlos?
Well, the anchor date tonight is the release date of Nightmare Before Christmas.
I love that movie.
Really?
And some of you might know that right offhand. I know there's a cult following for that movie.
I am not a part of that cult following.
Me
am
too.
not either.
Following.
I'm not.
At least
Isn't
it's
it only
not
a
just
cult
me.
following when the movie's not popularly... Like, it's not popular?
That's true. That's
Right.
fair. That's
So
fair.
I think it's just a following.
Just a follow.
So, Kat, we're
General.
gonna put you in the spot for this one, and so
Okay.
remember we're gonna have 3 questions here, and you have to guess if it's before or after the date that we're not even mentioned, which is the date. So people needs to figure out also when was the movie released.
Right.
You can
Okay.
use the comments to help if you want.
Okay.
And Colin, you're gonna read the questions because you are the author.
Okay, so we're gonna test my third grade reading level here.
Yes,
Here we go.
please. So let's go with the first one.
All right. So while Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party has been around for quite some time, it hasn't always been a part of the magic. So, was the first Not So Scary Halloween Party before or after the release of The Nightmare Before Christmas?
I'm gonna say after.
What? Do you want to think about it for a
she's
second?
bold.
Do you want to like?
It's bold.
Well, I was thinking about it when you said that was our anchor date, and I know that I've got a VHS copy of The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Ah.
So
There you
I've
go.
been thinking about that, and I know
You still have it?
I
You
still
still-
have it. I still have it.
What?
I still
You
have a
still watch
VCR,
it?
believe it or not. So no, I
On
don't.
purpose?
I think it's on Disney Plus now.
I know.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with after.
I say there's a lot of people agreeing
So
with you.
let's see. Yeah,
Let's
what
see
is it?
how-
What do we have here?
Let's.
Oh, there are a lot of afters, aren't there?
There's a lot of afters.
Ben is
Carlos,
saying.
did you get the answers, or do I have to pull those up?
Quite frankly, no.
Oh, again. So we
Again.
don't have this- I got it. We're good.
Wait.
We're good. I have it this time.
We're so good at this.
You'd think we've done this a time or two. We'd figured it out by now. But
We're so good at coming up with the questions. It's the answers we struggle with, really.
So Chris
But I
is
have-
saying
I have them. We're
after.
good.
Hatter
Everyone's
is saying
saying
after. Susanna.
everyone's
Susanna saying
saying
after. Patricia saying after. Hi, Patricia.
Google.
Sarah
Jason's
Danielle
mom.
after. Everybody's saying after. Any.
I'm kind of gaining confidence because I know some people have Googled and now they're putting
Yeah,
it
I
Most
in
mean,
their
likely.
search.
Right.
Most
Usually we
likely.
put like a time limit because there's a delay. We don't want to, allow you like the phone a friend unlimited, but but those afters came in pretty quickly, and
we did.
if it
Quite
was
aggressive.
if it was my answer, I'd probably say after. Too.
I did not see any before. At least.
Not any.
I
Any.
saw one
Well,
before. I saw one
And this
Yeah.
is surprising because it's actually pretty close. Like it's closer than you may realize. But this.
Oh,
can I
there
go
was
ahead and give it
Patricia
away
said
here?
before.
Oh, there are.
Yes,
Jason put it
And
before you.
Jason.
I'm like Jason can have.
I don't want it to be lonely. After's got to have a buddy before and after. The before and after game.
So Colin,
Yeah, so this one is after. They did get it right. It was in 1994 was the first Halloween party.
And it was only one night. It was a one-night event. So
Yeah.
I know a little bit about it. And then I think the following year was maybe 3 nights, and then the rest is
Continued to
history.
grow. Yeah.
just con-
Now it starts
now they
in August.
start. Now they start in July, right?
it started in July.
Is it really?
Yes.
Gosh, it's crazy.
Okay.
So on to the next one.
Yes. Let's go.
I think these get progressively harder, but
Okay.
so while it hasn't retained the greatest level of popularity over the years, the 1990s favorite hockey film, The Mighty Ducks, debuted on October 2nd. Did this debut occur in a year before or after the release of The Nightmare Before Christmas?
Is this still me? I have to do this one.
Oh yeah,
That's
it's
always you.
All you.
Okay, all me.
You and your audience friends.
Mighty Ducks. That's Emilio Estevez.
See, I know nothing about Mighty Ducks, to be honest with you, beyond the fact that it's at Pop Century. Like, that's about as far as
Because you're like a baby. That's why.
Let's
Thank
put it
you.
this way. It was before I was born.
You're welcome back whenever you want to.
Yes. I.
It's the running joke
I mean,
around here, so
really
you
am
fit
enjoying
right
this.
in.
Yes.
I'm gonna say that was before Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay.
And I will give a hint. It is very close again, but they're always very close.
And the befores are Zach Brown saying loved this movie before. Susanna before.
Oh, there's a specific answer on here from Doreen.
that.
She's saying 1 year before.
I am totally guessing.
So far, you're doing better than Lou did. No, it was Panda, wasn't it? It was Panda that we sprung this on. We did a different thing with Lou.
I'm trying to. Doreen saying Mighty Ducks was a year before. Whoa.
Yeah, that's. I will
I
not
have no idea.
confirm nor deny that at the moment.
I do like the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
I mean, it
you
was
know,
okay.
I honestly don't think I've ever seen it.
I never seen that one too. I never
Really?
seen.
I did back then. Only that one
Back-
time. There might be a reboot coming.
Really?
I think I
Why
heard
not?
that
I think
somewhere.
I'd heard that.
Or why
But
not,
the
right? They
twist
do
is
for-
this one's going to be animated.
Zach is saying quack quack quack, Mr. Ducksworth.
All right, so let's go ahead and dump the answer here.
Okay.
It was October 2nd, which is very close to our anchor date. It was 1992.
Oh.
Yeah, so Doreen was very, very close. That's the only hint I'll give.
It was before. Okay, buddy, let's go to number 3.
All right. So, the original Disneyland version of Fantasmic, a favorite of guests until its amazing revamp, further improved the show in 2017, which we've recently visited, and it's amazing as always. It debuted in the 90s. Did this event occur before or after the release of The Nightmare Before Christmas? And this is the first version, not the second version. And this one might trip some people up, but it looks like somebody has the answer, or it's very,
Already?
very close.
My.
Or has an answer, I
All right, I
should say,
haven't looked
because
at
it's
the
not
comments.
100% correct.
I'm gonna say after.
You gonna say after?
You sure you're going for the 3 for 3 here?
That's all right.
That's
all
like
right.
a new
I
record.
feel good about my first two. So.
Let's.
So actually, this is pretty split. There's before and after, but it is favoring before.
There's like 6 answers here. All right, let's see.
They're rolling through faster on my end,
After,
apparently.
before, after. I think it's pretty split.
It is pretty split.
For me, it's showing basically before.
And some of these may be still hung on Mighty Ducks. It looks
Yes,
like, based on
I
the
think
footage
so,
that are
yeah.
coming through.
Mighty Ducks are persistent little buggers.
Carla's saying before. Doreen before Nightmare.
There's another after from Valerie.
Chrissy is
Chrissy
also
Diggs,
saying
before.
before.
Yeah. This is the most split so far.
Yep.
So,
I like it when it's split.
Yeah, it's more fun that way.
Yeah, it feels more familiar that way.
Okay.
And
Colin.
again, this one is very close. I kept these all within a couple years. So on this one, it's May 13th, but of 1992. So it is before. You missed the trifecta barely.
Oh,
We'll forgive you.
So Colin, why don't we share the date?
Yeah, go ahead and share the reveal date.
the
on
the
that.
date.
So
Go ahead.
go ahead, Carlos.
No, you, my friend.
Okay, so I don't have the actual
Look, I
calendar
don't
date,
really
but I know
know.
it was 1993 and it was sometime in October. Carlos, did you have the actual?
October
Calendar
13th, 1993.
There you go.
was that a Friday?
Oh. Somebody asked.
Friday the
Somebody
13th?
asked Alexa.
It could have been.
Oh.
It very
Just
well-
ruined a whole bunch of people's time. Alexa. Hi. I'm talking to you.
I cannot do
Oh,
it
the
from
fact
my
that
end.
I
That'll
Here's
teach you
a
to not
day
wear
before
to,
we
to listen. to headphones.
But you know what I do have here
I know what you have there.
in my right hand?
Fancy
Trouble.
list?
Yeah, I
Copy
know what he
the
has.
copy of tonight top 10 list. So the top 10 list is what is After Hours top 10 list, and we brought in from our home office in the attic scene of the Haunted Mansion. And the topic tonight for our top 10 list is top 10 signs that you're too old to be trick or treating in Walt Disney World. That
You
was
worked hard on this list.
I worked really hard on that, and he got that list ready, almost ready by Monday morning. And look,
May or may not have stolen some of this.
look,
list.
Jason.
No, but
So
we
he will
modified.
never,
We're good.
could talk again about my sunglasses that I went to the Blizzard Beach, or no, to the Typhoon Lagoon.
I want to know what his desk
don't remember
looks like
talking
right
about
now.
that.
There's got to be like 35 different pairs of sunglasses right now.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
So, are you guys ready?
Yeah, let's get started.
Of course.
So, so let me just bring back the topic. Top 10 signs that you're too old to be trick-or-treating in Walt Disney World. Number 10.
I'm guessing you need sound effects because it's Halloween.
Who's going for Colin, right?
No, you.
Go ahead. Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
me. Okay. Number 10. Dressing in red causes people to think you're Santa Claus.
Oh, okay, it was too.
It was so
There's
good, there was no sound effect.
Yes. Number 9, Colin.
When you're dressed as Luke Skywalker and everyone asks if you're Darth Sidious. It's totally a pity laugh.
Number 8.
You forget the words to trick or.
That was scary.
Yes, this is number 7, Colin.
You show up wearing an Ultraman costume.
What?
Number 6. Jason?
Oh, sorry. You were dressed as Mary Poppins. Why do I have to read this one? You were dressed as Mary Poppins, but everyone thinks you were the little old bird woman.
Likely for Jason.
I knew that was coming.
Number 5, Colin.
You're wearing a sign which reads, don't jump scare me. Heart condition.
No.
Number 4.
God, I'm so sorry. There is a guest trick or treating on an Incredicoaster scooter. Boy, I really fumbled that up.
Number 3, Colin.
I wonder who wrote that.
Chewing is a nightmare.
Sound effects.
Apparently, digesting is a nightmare.
Number 2.
People compliment you for the old witch mask, which you are not wearing.
And the number 1 for the top 10 list of the top 10 signs that you're too old to be trick-or-treating in Walt Disney World is, Colin?
You ask for a beer in the candy line. I think these lists get progressively worse each week.
You know that, and it's probably because of the making of it.
tiny
It's my
sombrero.
favorite segment. It's always my favorite segment. Thank you, guys.
And now there's just some weird guy with a chicken on the screen.
Yeah, Big Little Chicken wanted to say hi. He actually really enjoyed that one. He was hoping for a different sound effect, but I told you he wasn't going to do it. He
I still need to figure out that is the most creepy thing for me in
we've
this
never
show
told Carlos what the story is behind
that chicken, because I don't know what it is, and
Little
sometimes shows
Chicken?
up now in Mexican. Oh, one thing, now is the scary time.
You want to say it? Now is the best time. Santa was scared.
My friends, you voted, and then we actually will have, for the first time, for the first week, that we're gonna present one of our Hall of Famers. Last week during our live show in the Dahlia Lounge, we presented our top 3 lounges in Walt Disney World, and we discussed about that, and we started a poll in our After Hours community, and you voted, and actually you included other options. And you know, one thing, what was really incredible is that an option that we did not mention. No, it's not that we not mention, but we're not in our top 3. Was almost the winner this time.
Which is shocking.
Yes.
I'm realizing now this is the part of the show I forgot to tell Kat about. So I'm sorry that you don't know what's going on at the moment.
Now let me explain it. So Kat, we had a poll in our Facebook community where I started with the the 9 options that we brought last week. And actually, our friends, our community, start to add some other ones. But by mid-afternoon, the options were like this. And actually, the Nomad Lounge was the first Hall of Famer. And what happened is that Trader Sam's, that was not in our top 3 for any one of us last week, was in second and pretty close to the Nomad Lounge. So
I think Jason kind of rigged this.
I'll probably present for the first time.
Rig anything.
For the first time, we're gonna have one of our Hall of Famers, which is Nomad Lounge. And guess who brought Nomad Lounge in his own list? It was Carlos. And I do not.
He's proud of that, too.
Yeah, I'm really proud. Yeah, but I have to admit that Jason conceded that to me and said, "No, I was supposed to take that. Why that chicken is still there?"
Well, he thought he was going to win a prize. He thought. I don't know why he thought that maybe La Cava Tequila would be the winner, and he was going to represent them.
Still freaks me out a little bit.
But
okay.
You know, the good thing is that Trader Sam's, which was an honorable mention, that last week Jason had something like 70 names as honorable mentions, but it was
like
not that
18.
many, but it was a few. Wasn't that many.
And it was nice to have that. And remember that the top 3 that we will present today, it's going to form another poll that you're gonna vote for next week's Hall of Fame. So, and in the future we're gonna try to make a contest between all the Hall of Famers. We're gonna mix it up. It's going to be fun. So be ready to vote. If you're not part of our community, of the After Hours community, please join. It's fun, and actually there's been a lot of movement in the community the last week. I like it. A lot of new things
true,
there.
Very
Yes,
true. A lot of new faces, a lot of new stuff going on.
yes.
You get to vote, so you get to participate. That's kind of our big thing. We want everybody participating in the show, so it's not just us talking at you. So
Yes, and that was all a Hall of Fame. And what do you guys think? You know what? That it's been a while that we're not checking our friends just to make sure that if everybody
that they're still there and
I
the
was
chicken hasn't
wondering.
ran them off yet.
No, the chicken. He's still here. Don't talk about the chicken.
And Kat.
Terry here? Wasn't that a gift from Terry?
Kat, let me
group gift.
take the opportunity that you're here with us and ask you about your favorite lounges.
Okay, well, definitely Nomad Lounge tops it for sure. I do like Trader Sam's, but I don't like having to wait to get in. So if you're not there
Like an
hour before
Yep.
it opens, it's a little tough to get in there. I love the lounge at Tutto Gusto. That little that's
Yeah.
really cozy in there. The Wave Lounge is really great. I saw somebody put that in there. But I have to say Nomad Lounge is probably my favorite. There's never a problem getting a seat there. You can sit inside, outside. The vibe is incredible. The little bites are wonderful, and the drinks are spot on.
Great.
Wave is always such a hidden gem lounge. So
yeah.
good.
People,
Really
because
great.
people who don't really research Disney like
True.
we do,
Like
they
we
think it's
hopelessly
just
do.
part of Tiffins, so they just think, oh, that's the fancy, expensive restaurant. There's nothing there for us, and so
Yeah.
that's good. That's
It's true.
fine.
It's very
Keep it
good.
uncrowded for us.
Yes, and one thing that for me, the only thing that is still it's a little bit sad is that Nomad Lounge after the reopening is a little bit different in terms of the menu and things like that. But I hope,
It's much more limited.
yes,
The
and
biggest complaint we got is to call it out, because if you're going there expecting to find a slider, like a proper
Oh, I
slider.
know.
what I miss is are the pork ribs.
Oh, the
For me,
ribs, I know.
the ribs
you
were
know
the
where we can
best
get good
one.
pork ribs though?
Well, in the Tembu Lounge.
Bamboo Lounge,
Yeah,
baby.
that,
That's right.
those
Bamboo
were
Lounge.
unforgettable too.
Yeah, they were really good.
But Nomad Lounge does still have those churros, which are out of this world.
The savory churros.
So good. So good. And they're gluten-free for
You
anyone
just
who
lost
eats gluten.
Jason.
So good.
But you know one thing, talking about churros, because there was another place in Walt Disney World that you have a nice dessert with churros. It was the Morimoto Asia. I went there last
they're good
Sunday.
too.
No churros. No
churros?
churros.
They haven't. Have they had them since they reopened?
No, I
remember
don't
seeing
think
them.
so. Yeah.
You know, the churros aren't bad at the I forget which one it is. It's one of the the Mexican restaurant outside of the Mexico Pavilion. I forget the name.
Cantina.
Yeah,
The cantina.
they all run together because they all sound the same.
The San Angel, yeah, right.
Yeah, that one. They're actually pretty good there too.
La
for, like,
Hacienda de San Angel.
That's the inside
That's
window,
a
isn't it?
restaurant.
Yeah.
It's La Cantina.
But they have them at
Outside.
the restaurant too.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
They do.
maybe they do. Maybe
But
they do.
they're
I've only-
round
you know,
churros at Cantina, Colin. They're round.
Mm.
You mean like a donut?
mix it up a little bit.
No, they're just round churros. I don't know how to explain it better than
We
that.
almost
They're
had
not
the
donuts.
snack segment
like a
this week,
pizza?
and now I wish we would have done it.
Oh,
Like a cookie?
They're like earrings.
Did? Yeah.
Earring.
They're like hoop earrings. If churros were hoop earrings, that's what they are over there.
okay. You know, is this the haunted time?
It's a very haunted time,
Trying so
indeed.
hard.
He's trying so hard.
So finally, we got to our top three. And
Yeah, I mean, this should be interesting.
no, you know what the interesting thing is that we had synchronicity with our buddy, Lou Mongello.
Yeah, which Lou re-releases a podcast today, like 45 minutes before this.
And?
The exact same topic.
Because our topic for our top 10 list is the top 3 spookiest places in Walt Disney World, or the top three creepy things we find in Walt Disney World. You don't need to be only places. You can have scenes. You can have
Items.
things, items, and for me it was hard. I have to tell you, yesterday in the pre-production, in how you call that, it's not.
We actually planned
It's
this,
not
nobody
the
would
dress
know.
rehearsal. It's the pajama rehearsal. So it was really hard for me to come up, and then Jason criticized me a lot. I spent the whole night crying, but I think I will stick with
That's
my
not out of
list.
the ordinary for Carlos, though.
So
He still hasn't watched Inside Out because he would spend the whole night crying.
So the whole idea now is to talk about those 3 spooky places, things. Let's see, and we will start with our guest with Kat, which we'll start to talk about. It's number 3.
Okay.
Sorry. There's something. Oh, let me do. Sorry.
You
Yes.
broke it.
Yes.
There we
It's
go.
okay.
We're back.
So, my number 3. I don't know, Colin, what order you put them in.
Oh,
Is
that's
it-
true. Carlos, I don't know what order you put them in either. Do you...
I will show
Just go
what I
ahead and show
have.
the picture.
Yeah,
Picture it,
I'll have here.
Oh, that should be
Might be number
one.
one.
I love that.
That is the creepy nanny chairs found at the Boardwalk Inn. And the little backstory there, they used to have a tour at the Boardwalk. It was a free tour. It's called the Ballyhoo Tour. And I took it, and we learned all sorts of information about the replicas and actual artifacts they have there. And these are actually replicas of chairs that nannies would sit on while the children they were in charge of would ride the carousels. They're super creepy, and you know what makes them even more creepy is that they're named. So if you turn that chair around, it's got a girl's name on it, and you know what the name is? Makes it so creepy. And definitely number one, Carlos, I'm sorry, it says Carrie. Carrie on it. Just, the Stephen King movie.
Creepy
Carrie.
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
totally
really spooky.
creepy. Totally creepy.
They're
Yeah, super
weird.
spooky.
I don't get it. They've been there forever too.
They should go
Super
with the
spooky.
clown slide.
creepy
they should
clown,
just take
yeah.
it all out.
Yeah.
So is this the same chair that you? Oh my God.
I think Jason's having an identity crisis.
What are you talking about?
He's been like the Federal Witness Protection Program over here.
It is the same chair that you guys mentioned two episodes before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And don't the
Oh,
names
really?
have
You did?
something to do with the artist's kids or something like that?
Why not?
I don't know.
In an attic.
Really?
Or maybe a basement
Exactly.
window.
The flowers in the
Covered in
attic kids,
dust.
maybe.
well, that's creepy.
That's for sure.
Okay, who wants to go next?
I thought you
I
had an
can
order
go.
to this.
That's fine.
So can I go?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Why not?
Sure.
And I guys, you have to excuse me because I think that there are 3 screens that I forgot to adjust. Guess what?
It's these 3. Isn't
Okay, so let's go to my number 3. My number. Look what I told you.
Oh, it's so dark and scary.
My number 3. Let me just here. It is, and actually, Jason agreed with me that that's a
I was a
scary.
moment of weakness.
it? Moment of weakness.
So it is an attraction that I never. It's been like 20 years that I don't ride that attraction. You're already told here. I don't like drops. So, but it's whenever I have my kids, my wife go to the Hollywood Tower, to the Tower of Terror, and I need to wait for them outside. I usually wait close to the exit of the gift shop, the right exit.
The chicken
And-
exit.
That place.
I don't ride it either. I can't comment.
That place is creepy. That place is creepy. So I'm always alone, usually in the dark, and I'm sitting there looking through those.
You could walk outside.
No, but then I can lose them, and I will be even lonelier. So I have to be there. So I start to look to those windows and imagine that someone looking at me from there, and so it's creepy. It is a really creepy place. I don't know.
And there actually is a window. I believe it's on the backside of Tower of Terror where it looks like someone's standing in the window at night.
Oh my gosh.
Someone
Oh,
else
I've
said that
never
too.
seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
haven't
have to
seen
have
someone
like a
else-
ridiculously
I don't
long
think I
camera
wanna-
lens to pick it out. It's really neat. Yeah.
You already
wanna
did
see
you already saw any picture about it?
I don't have a lens long enough because I think the only angle on it, and I could be wrong about this, is from Destino, from the top of it, which is actually a pretty good ways away. On
Wait.
Yeah.
You're saying you saw somebody standing in a window in Tower of Terror?
No, I've
From
seen
the
the
Grand
picture.
Destino?
I haven't seen it.
Did I miss like the
always
stargazing at the Grand
there.
Casino?
Well,
Move on. Just move on.
so who is going to be next, Jason or Colin?
I can go. I don't care.
Let me see here, Colin. Okay, I will need to
Just the
adjust.
screen.
Yeah, we'll fix the screen for you. Don't.
It's dark, Carlos. It's dark.
So dark.
Okay,
There we go.
buddy, your number.
So mine's very specific, like almost oddly specific for more than one reason. But it only takes place at the Villains After Hours event or some of the regular After Hours events. And it's an empty stretching room at the Haunted Mansion. And it's one of the weirdest things you'll ever experience. I experienced it during Villains After Hours, I guess it was June of last year. And if you go late enough in the night, you'll be one of the very few people that is in the stretching room. In my case, it was me and my sister, and it was the only people that we were in there. Us and the individual who watches people in the stretching room. So when the lights go out, they get about 6 inches away from you. So when the lights come back on, and it's pretty terrifying. And the person after us, which is a friend of ours that missed us in the queue, he was in there by himself. So that's an absolutely terrifying experience. If you're in the dark by yourself with one other person that you don't know, that's a creepy haunted mansion cast member.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very unique, and you can only see it in rare circumstances or very late at night if you're like one of the last rides of the night. But it's unique to say the least. But it is more than a little bit creepy. Creepy.
And I'm
Creepy and
so happy. I'm so
Same
happy
difference, yeah.
because when I saw the picture and I did not have the idea which was your pick,
Yeah.
your option. I thought that you was stealing something from my list, and I was
And
about
this
to
picture,
take.
that
And
picture
I,
was actually from Villains After Hours Night because it's the overlay that they do. I think it's the same overlay as the Halloween parties too.
but Colin, I was about to take a flight to Lexington. Now I got it right.
That's the second time he said that tonight too. Once before the show
he's
too.
full of threats tonight.
He just wants to threaten me. Remember,
Well-
I'm about 40 years younger than you, Carlos. I can hold my own.
But it's
I'm just gonna sit back.
Yeah.
Sit back and watch this.
but it's let's so Jason, it's your turn. Let me adjust your screen. Sorry about that. Okay.
I doubt they're all set, so
And
we're
what,
good.
what happened? What happened to your? Are you cold? What? How are you wearing a Mexican?
I don't.
Wait, do we
Walt
have
Disney
the
was
music,
such a-
Carlos?
No,
You
tonight,
Mexico
tonight
Pavilion.
there's no Mexican hat dance. Oh my God.
Running joke that every
I don't know what
time
you're talking about.
anybody mentions the Mexico Pavilion, it's gonna be Jason on every single show.
Okay, so Jason, which is your number 3?
Well, I know what my number 3 is, but do I get to talk about my honorable mention first, or is that do I? Come
No,
last?
leave the honorable mention to the last one, because it's it's in the number 1 now. Don't worry.
Well, now I'm worried that my number 3 may not be in. Okay, so
No.
why don't you put the picture up so we make sure we got the right one? That's it.
Yeah.
That's the one. So funny, Kat, that you had
You had no
selected
faith.
the chairs, but if you just walk around the corner from the lobby, go down that hallway, past the bathrooms, and then to the left, Bellevue Lounge, which you wouldn't think would be creepy, except if you're ever in the Bellevue Lounge alone, when no one's there, and the radio shows are playing, the old-time radio shows where they have like the murder mystery things happening. It's like, and they have the sounds, and it's all over because it's like they have it coming out of radios from all over the lounge, so it's sort of like the sounds all around you. And the guys are like, "Hey, what do you mean? Get back here!" It's like, and there's like sound effects and boom, bang, and fight. It's spooky. It's spooky in broad daylight. It's spooky. And Zach Brown, who's here, I know he experienced this with me back in July when the resort opened back up, and it's spooky. It's creepy, and even the pictures
You
are creepy.
weren't
Look at that
alone.
picture. I was practically alone. Look at the
I'm
picture.
telling Zach. He's here though.
It's scary. Look at that dude.
I
It's
get
a
a
little
whole
creepy.
haunted vibe from the Boardwalk Inn anyway.
I do
so
too.
I
It
get
is true. It is true. I have the same feeling with
Especially
that.
now, and it
I have the
almost
same
made my
feeling
list
with that.
for that reason, because there's so few people there at night right now. It is so creepy to an
It
extent. It's still fun and it's amazing views because there's nobody there, but it is so creepy, so quiet.
Maybe
And
they should list.
sorry.
It should have been.
No, actually, the reason that Jason was reminded of the lounge was because that comment, Colin. Yesterday, you commented about how creepy it is the boardwalk.
That is very true.
No, Zach is saying I thought that Zach was commenting about the creepiness of the lounge, but he's saying there also we are going to acknowledge that Jason had another wardrobe change. Yes,
He's getting good at it too.
yes, and it's funny because usually we can see each other, but he's hiding that, so it's getting good. In it.
I'm right here.
Kat, let me
Yeah.
go to the number 2. Just let me. I will have to do again for each time.
It has to change every time.
Don't
Oh.
worry. So, Kat, I will show you your second option that I have here.
Oh, come on.
Yes.
Who's not with me on this? Eric
Yes.
Idle in like
This
I
is
thought it was
weird,
just me.
yeah.
I thought it was just me.
Moon face. I can't look at it, and I love Figment. I love Journey into Imagination, but the last time I actually looked at that thing was when I took that picture, and that was like 6 years ago. I just don't look. It's
Had to look at that one through the phone screen anyway.
Yeah.
Couldn't stand it.
And I
It is.
totally.
It's like a random creepy part of that.
Oh my
attraction.
gosh.
I thought it was just me, and I thought it when I would see it, like it's really weird. It's kind of milky and
It's just too much.
ugh.
I totally agree. I totally agree of that.
I love the attraction. It's a wonderful attraction, but just,
Well, let's
just get
not
rid of the
get-
creepy
No,
mood.
no,
Let's not get crazy, Colin.
yeah,
Jason's not as big of a fan as
no.
I
I'm
am.
not a big of a fan too. I'm still a defender and of the original version. At least we don't
Some
have
of us weren't alive for the original version.
no, but it's not acceptable.
He's pulling the birth
Stay
card
on
again.
thin ice there, kiddo.
And Jason, is everything okay?
It's great.
Yeah,
great.
Finally, I
Head's
see
getting
you.
bigger if your hat's getting
Yes.
smaller. One or the other.
Look,
What happened?
we got matching hats.
Colin, you're right.
Always interesting with
You know,
Jason.
Kat, you mentioned about you wanted to see my how is my desk here, my controls. No, I was wondering how is Jason's desk right now, without everything ready
Can you
for the
imagine what's on
wardrobe.
his desk at this point?
Okay, so let's go to my number 2, and the number 2 I have to bring here. Okay. And with my number 2, I still have the same support from Jason, because yesterday when I mentioned that, he totally agreed with me. The number one will be the problem, but it is a scene from the Haunted Mansion that I already mentioned to you here in After Hours, and it's actually the scene that you look towards the corridor, and you see that candlelight floating in the air, but also the whole corridor things with the doors banging and all the noises that you have. It was always pretty creepy to me. It was pretty creepy, and I will need to bring an honorable mention because. No,
Already?
yes,
Wouldn't
no,
let
it is.
Jason cheer
No,
his
it's
with-
a fast one. It's a fast one.
What kind of show
Come
is
on, we
this?
all have honorable mentions.
Yes.
Yeah,
Save
tell
it
him,
to the
Kat.
end.
And I will bring one from, and you will accept that because it's from outside the Walt Disney World. I'm bringing one from Disneyland Paris, and it's the very first scene when you're we're in the loading area of the Phantom Manor. And I already mentioned here also if you're talking about the Haunted Mansions, the version in Disneyland Paris, it is outstanding. That very first scene, and also the soundtrack, the whole theme is different, and it's amazing. And it's creepier, it's darker, and I really like that attraction. For me, is my favorite Haunted Mansion of all. My God.
Deal with it.
Jason,
Breaks down.
and it's what? Is a chicken?
He must have
What's
like a
that?
bucket over there.
That's a turkey.
Yes.
Oh, my turkey?
Yes.
Yeah. It's
There's-
Thanksgiving season.
Let me bring here. There's some because I don't want to miss the comments, but there's some comments of their creepy places, like Mark Sheffield.
Yeah.
Mark Sheffield is saying my top creepy places at Disney World. The third shift security walking Tom Sawyer's Island and Caves Indian Village by herself. Yes.
Oh, that would be creepy.
Spaceship Earth walking through at night when because this keeps
Disappearing on you.
yeah this when the animations shut down. Yes, and the number one calling is correct. Haunted Mansion third shift when the mansion is night mode, and again, and you're the only one in the mansion. Ooh.
That would be creepy, for sure. For sure. All of those would be terrifying, to be honest with you.
And do we? Well, we're gonna talk about magic words right after we came up with the. But we have to think about the magic words. Okay, so the next one is Colin. Okay,
Yeah,
let
so
me just.
This is by far my most obscure one on the list, and not. I know Jason's with me on this one because we did discuss this one a little bit ahead of time. But it's actually in Epcot, and it's after close. So if you're in Epcot, if you guys know me, I do tend to stay around after close for photography purposes and to get empty parks photos the best that I can until Disney starts to kind of do that push. And then I just kind of work my way out so I don't bother anybody. But it's the Morocco Pavilion. It's the very back of the Morocco Pavilion, actually further back than where this photo was taken. And there's a little bench back there. There's a little light. It's an entrance to a restaurant, but the restaurant's closed. And it's ridiculously quiet in the back. And it's one of those areas that you don't go to unless you've like had a reason to go or if you're looking for something unique really late at night. And it's always eerily quiet. There's nobody ever back there. And you get that kind of faint music, like kind of like a horror movie, but better, but a little more friendly. And it's one of those places you're kind of wandering through it and you're like, okay, I'm going to move a little faster because I'm kind of tired of this and I don't like it. So I'm going to move on. But no, it is an odd one. But for me, it's always been a little strange in the back of that pavilion, especially when you're the only one back there. As you can tell in this picture, it was probably at least an hour after close that night.
And the voices,
Epcot, you can stay for so long.
The voices
that night were probably Jason because he was just out of frame
back there.
It's not the alien.
Can't imagine running into Jason like this.
I don't know if they'd let him in the park that way.
No,
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't too.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Okay, Jason, you're
Yes.
you're number 2. Let me put you back.
Well,
here.
I appreciate what I really do appreciate, Carlos. I mean, you have such a professional operation going. I really do appreciate you putting my number 2 up next because, I mean, well, putting our good buddy, our good friend Mark Sheffield, who put my number 2 on his list, but that's okay. It's
No,
okay. I
and
really
there's
do
a-
appreciate you
You weren't
sharing
after
that.
close, so
At that moment, but so I'll talk about now. I'll talk about it again when I'm talking about the caves on Tom Sawyer Island, and that's pretty much
This
it
is
because
a
we already
cool-
talked about it. But no, it's spooky. It doesn't matter whether I'm not sure actually what's scarier, being in there by yourself, or being in there by yourself but knowing that there's kids coming up behind you because you can hear them coming, or you hear them at the other end of the tunnel, and you know they're going to try to jump scare you at one of those turns. And then you have to pull your phone out and turn the flashlight on because your eyes haven't adjusted from the bright light outside. It's a terrifying place, especially the one that has
and the floor is crooked.
that one room where the floor. So okay, I got to tell. It's a little aside
Every
here.
time I go through there.
There is this. So at King's Dominion in Virginia, I don't think they have this anymore, but they had a Yogi Bear house, and I loved the Yogi Bear house. I had to do it. It's the first thing I did when I went in there. And my favorite room was the room we went in, and everything was tilted. Everything was like on an angle, so you could stand. You would.
That messes with my head so bad.
So much fun. I love that. But they do have that in that one cave. I don't remember which cave it is. I don't remember the names of the caves. They do have names.
And if you're just joining us, Jason doesn't normally look like this.
Yeah,
Thanks
but
for being here. If
there-
you're watching on the replay, I'm sorry.
That is something that I like to mention. That is kind of honorable mention too. Now, it's also again from DLP from Disneyland Paris. Last year during Halloween, I was there for the Halloween night, and
We're a little bit jealous of that trip.
and guess what? I was all alone and walking along there for 2
There's
days.
a pattern here.
Yes, but what happened is that they do have the Adventure Island in the park, and it's where you find also caves like that. But during that night, what they had inside the caves were also zombie pirates.
Zombie pirates.
Yes, and so that was really creepy. Can you imagine walking around the caves and thinking and knowing that you're gonna run into a zombie party there. Yes, it was really creepy. And that's their Halloween night was it's different than ours here, but was great too. It was really really good. So let's go to Cat's
I think
number
he just
one.
slid one in there on us. Like,
He did. He totally did.
Totally
Good-
did.
Good catch, Colin.
Cats, your number one. Cats is still number one. Let me bring and because that one is really
he kind of
creepy.
put you on the spot there, didn't he?
That one is really creepy.
This one is really creepy.
Yeah.
It wasn't really my number one, but it's my number one now. But in Liberty Square, guys, have you seen this creepy doll hanging in the window? It's in the Hall of Presidents
have
building,
not
kind of
seen that.
facing the Liberty Tree, the Liberty Market. I don't know why it's there. It just looks really super creepy, and I've probably seen too many movies, and it probably shouldn't even be creepy, but to me it is. However, Colin told me that there's a story behind
Yeah,
this, and I'd
so
love to hear it.
Somebody may have to fill in some gaps for me on this story in the comments because I don't know if it's 100% true, to be completely honest with you, but there is a story that floats around. I don't 100% remember where I heard this from originally. It could have been Lou. But now Jason's distracting me with the glasses. But so as the story goes, and at least in Disney folklore, is that the doll was a representation of back in the period that Liberty Square represents. They'd put a doll in the window so that if the home caught on fire, the fire crews, well, back then type of fire crews, would know if there was a child in the house. So in the case of Walt Disney World, it's to show that there's children present in the Hall of Presidents.
Oh.
So I don't know if it's true or not, but it makes sense. And it's kind of a
Sounds good.
backstory. And I
Doesn't
think
even
it's
matter.
from, like,
There's a doll in
yeah.
the window. It's
And it's
freaking
creepy.
creepy. It's really creepy, and it's even creepier that it's been staring at me every time I walk by, and I didn't even know it was there.
But I'll tell you, I have a newfound appreciation for it. I feel like that's something someone learned on a tour, you know?
It's possible. It's very possible. Yeah.
Spooky.
And it's when I first saw the picture, I said, "Give me the Crips" was
Yeah, it did. I was like, "There's not there. That's not really there."
It is.
Arlene says dolls with stories. Nope.
yeah.
Never,
I saw that.
Never a good sign.
I saw that.
Never a good sign.
I love it.
Joe saying, "Does it look like Annabelle?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
Patricia's saying the firemen still do that, which I didn't know. Maybe that's a thing
What?
that still
Well, now
happens.
people put the little stickers in their windows, don't they? They
I don't have a sticker in my
stickers
window.
that have, like,
That was like
dog,
a 70s
two dogs, a
thing, but-
parakeet, a collection of albums that you should take.
Let's
I
go
don't
to
even know what
my
he's talking about.
Well, know what I'm talking about.
let's go to my number one, and I know that now I'm gonna have a hard time with Jason because he did not agree
why he
yesterday when I
Like one of
said.
the first prob-
Well, my number one, and it's hard for me to explain, but it's actually in the Jungle Cruise, and it's when you get to that temple scene, and I don't know if it's also the smell of that place when you get inside and you see that tiger with the glowing eyes and with the snakes. I really don't like that. No, it's not that I don't like it. I feel like that it's really creepy. And for some reason, yesterday when I mentioned that, Jason's tried to say that.
Yeah, Jason and I
Oh
tend
my
to disagree
gosh.
on this one because it's over so fast. What's creepy crawly have to say at the moment?
But why you did not agree with Jason? Why?
It's not that I didn't agree. It's just not that creepy of a space.
Oh yes, it's creepy.
It's
Cat, help me.
It's a fun ride. Having a good time. I mean, you know what you're afraid of. We all know what you're afraid of. You're afraid that there's going to be a little frog.
There was no
Yeah, he's
frogs there,
terrified
but
of frogs, for the record.
yeah, but there's a chance. There's a chance because if there's a place that they would like to be, it would be inside that temple.
It's like dark,
Yes.
wet,
Wet.
temple,
Yes.
frog heaven.
Yeah.
I'm
frog.
sorry, Carlos. I think the creepiest part of the Jungle Cruise is the shrunken heads.
That's fair. That makes more sense than Carlos's answer.
But I know I found so cute. I like that scene. I have some, no.
See, now that makes you creepy.
Yes, I
Exactly.
love this.
I'm glad she said it.
You're welcome back anytime.
I like that guy with that smile. I think.
That's Trader Sam, right? Is
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, let me see here. We're going to Colin number 1.
Jason got struck by lightning in the meantime.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah,
Colin.
so my number 1, again, is a little out there, but I was trying to be creative. And the only time you would have experienced this is if you would have stayed at French Quarter, Riverside, or Old Key West, potentially. And Old Key West, I actually don't think you get the main portion of it that's the most creepy. And it's when you ride the boat to Disney Springs and return after dark. And if you've been on those pontoon boats well after dark, returning from Disney Springs back to your resort, you'll know they have a light bar on the front of them, and the rest of it's pitch black the entire ride back once you get to the actual Sassagoula River. And you can't help but wonder what's in the trees around you. And it's a really unique experience, and it's a wonderful experience, but it is a little creepy, to say the least, especially if your boat's very quiet. And you can tell once you get back into it that people kind of have a hush-hush tone to them. And during the day, it's wonderful. You kind of wind in and out of the golf course. But at night, it's really dark back through there, especially if you catch a night that's particularly dark, which isn't out of the ordinary in Florida. So
yeah,
that's my weird one. But it is
wait,
probably one of the creepiest things I've seen Disney property as
Why
far
is
as
Florida? Why is it? Are you saying that
Florida has
Florida's
clearer
extra dark?
skies than most places. Maybe that works against it. I don't know.
But you know, I
Feels
kind
darker
of
in Florida.
agree with you. I kind of I did a little
out.
walk around. I did a little walk around there, and I felt a little bit,
It's very dark.
it's dark, and it was creepy.
Very.
And I have to bring Chris Shepard's comment that Jason looks like Robert Smith from The Cure. Yes, yes.
Standing on the beach, man.
Just
staring what's the name of there's a song, standing on the beach
He's just
staring at the
concerned that you have
sun.
way
What's
too
the name
many
of the
problems
album?
for
Yes.
a normal human being.
Okay, so let's go to
Take a
Jason.
picture of your desk after this and post it in the groups. People
Oh,
can
yep.
see how many you brought to the table.
So let's go to Jason's number 1. Let me find Jason here. Okay.
There it is.
Am I really difficult to find?
Yes, with that.
With that hair.
And
So my number 1.
and Jason, just for you to understand, here is
Mm-hmm.
where I do have your honorable mention.
Oh, okay. So do we do that first or second?
No, you choose. You're the one.
Well, which picture? Oh, you can pick either one.
Yes.
Okay, so I think number 1 should be. We'll stay in Walt Disney World. So number 1 will be. Well, my honorable mention will do first. That's what I'm saying. So my honorable mention is the Contemporary Resort, right after it reopened, when no one was allowed to stay there, but you could
ranted
still
about
go
this
into the
earlier.
stores. It was so spooky. It was weird. And to top it
Almost
off,
in a good way, though.
well, it was
I'm
spooky
trying here.
because you would so from where I'm standing, I have video. Maybe I'll share the video tomorrow. The monorail would come in, and it would stop, and the doors would open, and no one got off, and the doors would close, and it would go again, and this happened and they were running all the monorails constantly. And it was just creepy. It was like the day the Earth stood still kind of thing, and everybody just disappeared. It was weird. And I know maybe that sounds like it's not a nice thing to say. That was creepy, but it was creepy. Okay, so my number 1 for real.
It's gotten more crowded since then, so.
Oh yeah, no, it's great now.
Passing creepy.
That was a moment. It was like probably a week or so in July. Anyway, so my number 1 now is this experience that I had. We're gonna leave Walt Disney World. We're gonna head west to Disney California Adventure when the
You're
Tower
gonna
of
take a
Terror was
time machine.
still there. Right, so this would have been 2012, 2013, something like that. And it was right when Cars Land had just opened. So when you went in for extra magic hours in the morning, or whatever they call it there, you go in and everybody's making a beeline for Radiator Spring Racers, right? Not this guy. This guy heads down Hollywood Boulevard to Tower of Terror. No one was there. No one
No one.
was there. I not only so riding the attraction actually wasn't the spooky part. Walking through the queue, being in that pre-show room
By yourself.
by yourself, literally by yourself, because there's not even a cast member in there. That was one of the spookiest Disney moments I've ever had. And then walking through the Freddy Krueger-like basement scene by yourself, and then
You got a
coming
cool
up
photo
on,
pass
coming
picture,
upon a
though.
cast member, coming upon a cast member who's in character, stays in character. It was spooky.
It's like the stretching room by yourself.
Yeah, it was weird. Anyway, it was kind of epic to to be able to be on that.
For sure.
On the
That's
side, yeah.
awesome. That's awesome.
But we need to remember, everybody, that we're gonna pick all the three options from everything was presented here. We're gonna do a poll in our Facebook community, and you're gonna be able to vote the creepiest thing, place, scene in Walt Disney World. I would not include the honorable mentions. What?
Wait, why?
I
Why
knew
not?
he would react like that. Okay, with the honorable mentions too, and we're gonna ask you to vote. And one
That
thing,
will be in the After Hours community again.
yes, one thing is important. You have to be part of the After Hours community to vote, to see the post, to vote, and each vote will be an entry for the Wheel of Disney. For everybody that is new to this show, we can explain that the Wheel of Disney is our Wheel of Fortune. It's where we have prizes that we gave away most weekly,
Almost every week.
almost
Yeah,
every
almost
week,
every
yes. And there are several ways for you to get entries in that Wheel of Disney, and one of the ways is voting in the poll. Another way that is pretty important is if you like this live video, and you just need to press the like button there, even in the Facebook or YouTube. And also really important is to share.
On the post rather than
Yeah.
in the live. So just a heads up on that one.
share this video in your Facebook profile or in a group that you like. Please share our live show.
And
And
if you're watching on the replay, you can still participate
yep,
with any of those. So we will go back and check the comments later on as well. So for the winners of our events tonight.
and so we need to come up with, and there's another way for you to be in the Wheel of Disney. It's the
It's an
magic.
extensive list.
Yeah, it's a magic word.
But
It's
wait,
the
there's more.
Yeah, it's a magic word, and we need to come because, as usual, we forgot to think about a magic word.
We forgot the magic word
So,
again.
so remember that needs to be a really easy word because I'm gonna type it out right now, and I don't want to misspell because I'm the
I
Brazilian.
got one.
Which
Go
is
It's your nickname, Pumpkin.
mine?
Pumpkin.
I didn't know that.
Oh yes, you do. You know it, Pumpkin.
Now you do.
Not, do
No,
I?
not Pumpkin.
No, sorry.
Although
That-
that's better. Maybe that's better. Yeah, Pumpkin.
it.
I think
No.
Pumpkin's brilliant. Let's stick with the Pumpkin.
Okay.
Yeah.
First time
Pumpkin.
you've had hair that long in your life, Jason.
You didn't know me back
Yeah,
in the
so
70s.
to enter, we didn't fully explain that. Just drop that word in the comments, and we'll go back through next week. And if you're on the recording, you can enter. If you're seeing this 2 weeks from now, you can enter. But we may or may not see it. But we will look next week to see who is entered, and you'll be entered for next week's challenge.
No.
Why is that so
Oh,
funny?
God. People, please type Pumpkin so many times, please. And tag Carlos. You should also tag Carlos every time you
So he
type
gets a
Pumpkin.
notification.
But
for
you
every
know,
single one of them.
you notice it's funny because
Hashtag
you know
Carlos
my.
is Pumpkin.
Let me. I'll need to. Go do your talking there because I'm.
Do your
Okay, I got it. Oh, now I know what I did it wrong. Yeah.
What? You didn't do anything wrong. It's brilliant. It's great.
It's fine.
It's coming in.
No.
No.
Can't
Don't
fix
change it now.
No,
Can't
I
fix it
changed.
now. No, because people have already started typing it. You
No,
can't take-
both will be accepted.
Like wrangling
but we
cats
all-
around here.
We don't really know which one we should be using.
And it's funny because you learned my nickname this weekend.
Pumpkin.
No. You forgot. Thanks God.
Oh, I didn't think I was supposed to say that out loud.
It's never stopped you before.
So, so this is so you have your you have our magic word. Please like and share, and also there's other ways that we're gonna during the week we're gonna be presenting in our Facebook page and our community ways for you to get entries in the Wheel of Disney.
Put entries in multiple times in multiple places too. So,
Yep.
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. So is everything okay? Well, Jason, with that thing in your
I think one of us disappeared.
let me just
I can't. I think I'm having trouble.
with
Kat,
Yeah,
do you hear that?
I don't hear
He
anything.
just, it sounds like a.
do you hear that sound?
Little Red Riding Hood?
So what's that sound? This is our probably most popular segment, and I need
By far.
and I need Jason's help to explain how what's that sound works. Jason, it's up to you.
What is that?
What's that sound? We'll play you a clip of sound from somewhere in Walt Disney World. Sometimes we go outside of Walt Disney World. But we'll not tonight. Tonight we're staying in Walt Disney World, and tonight you will hear a brief sound clip. I think we have 3 of them, and your job is to guess what that sound is. Be as specific as possible because we're kind of sticklers for the specifics around here.
We're very specific.
And if you guess correctly, you also get that counts as an entry into the Wheel of Disney. And who doesn't want to have an entry in the Wheel of Disney? Pumpkin King.
There's some
Pumpkin.
cool prizes.
I forgot about that. Will follow for the rest of my days.
We also have a
We get you
new.
a shirt that says that hashtag the pumpkin.
Well, I'll save it until when we talk about the wheel. I'll talk about the new prize too.
There you go.
And I promise it's not like hamburger helper or something stupid like that.
So are you
Show
ready?
us up the first sound, Gar.
So are we ready for the first one?
Yeah.
In 1, 2, and 3. Ooh. Let's wait.
I like that
And
one.
Kat, you're more
Kat,
than welcome to
you're
guess
more than
because-
welcome
know.
to be the
She's
first
like,
one.
she's like a ringer.
Yeah, that's true. She may be more helpful to them
No,
than
no,
they are
what
to
Kat
her.
should
We never
do-
know, but they're
what
really
Kat
good
should
at
do-
this.
She should write it down,
That's a
and
great
then
idea.
and then she can hold it up like a.
Or even 3
that
guesses.
cool?
You could write down your top 3 guesses.
I
won't make
I
this
would
hard
do
on
it
you
again.
if you
I
did
would
that.
do it again.
Okay.
In 1, 2, and 3.
And we're relying on you, comments.
And they started to show up here. Caleb's
He doesn't.
no. Caleb said Nightmare Before Christmas. Mark Sheffield, Parade Float Jack,
Mark should get the
Boo to You Cavalcade intro. Nightmare Before Christmas Cavalcade. Ben is saying Cavalcade. Heather, Haunted Mansion Holiday.
Not so scary
Um,
Halloween parade.
Let me see. Not so scary.
There's a lot
Halloween.
of Jack Skellingtons on here.
Main Street Halloween music theme. Jack Skeleton Cavalcade. Heather saying Cavalcade.
Chris is saying it sounds
I
Marvel.
may have given an advantage to the lunch breakers.
Cheater.
Yeah, there's.
What can I say?
I was driving. I did not. I was not.
Oh, that's right.
Jenny Mayer saying Main Street while leaving Magic Kingdom during Halloween. Doreen saying music from Mickey's Not So Scary Parade, Nightmare Float. start of the Halloween parade.
It was recorded yesterday.
It was recorded
Very
yesterday.
recent.
It was recorded yesterday.
Whoa. Michael, my buddy Michael is saying entrance to the Magic in the Music.
That's clever.
And
it could have been.
And one thing I have to tell you is that we're gonna get all the entries that you're commenting right now, and it will be eligible for the entries in the Wheel of Disney. And Kat, do you wrote it down your option?
She wrote it down quickly too.
I did. So I wasn't sure if you were going to produce a sound from a cavalcade, since not everybody has been. So
Oh no, we're
We're
mean.
mean.
Yeah.
Okay, because it does sound like this is Halloween. So it does sound like the cavalcade with Jack Skellington and Oogie Boogie and that. So that's my first guess. But if you weren't going to be mean, it also sounds like Pirates of the Caribbean when you go down that last thing into the scene with Barbossa and
That's
you know.
clever.
Mm.
I like that.
Clever, but wrong.
Yeah.
And
But I have a
and
feeling her first one was right.
just to say, like, we're not always that like we wouldn't pick a sound. Like typically, if we're using a cavalcade sound, we won't pick it unless we featured it somewhere throughout the week in one of our you know.
Independent segment.
Yeah, like either through video or whatever, pictures, etc. Yeah, but
So you're not so mean.
Not
no.
yet. We're working towards it.
It's like we have room to grow.
So
We can improve.
let's
Or digress, whichever you
let's do the
whichever you
review, because yes, many of our friends got it right, and it's
So much fun. Just keep it going.
but
Love that
yeah,
song.
that's
Great
the
sound.
clip that you sent me.
I know. But I didn't
And-
want to
That's
up the
all
entire
of
show.
it.
Caleb was the first one to bring, and was the first one to comment Nightmare Before Christmas
Nice.
Parade.
Well done, Caleb. That's awesome.
Mark Sheffield also got it right. Sarah Danielle Collins. Yes, great.
On to round two.
Yes.
Yes.
In
Ready?
1, 2, and 3. That one is difficult.
And it's harder for us because we're on the loopy doopy thingy, so it's a little muffled.
Super duper looper.
But I will do it again in 1,
let's do it
2,
again.
1, 2, and 3. And I'll do it again louder, I think, to help
That's a lot more difficult than the first one.
to help Kat and our friends in 1, 2, and 3.
There could be so many different things, so
Right? That's why it's so good.
No,
I will be really impressed if she
That's-
gets this, or our
there's a
studio
logic.
audience, as we like to call it.
There's a
can
logic
get this
behind
quickly.
that, and it's not that difficult.
So I have a question. Is the scream a guest, or is that part of the sound effect? Like,
But
I hear-
I feel like you're. What do you think? This is 20 questions? What's that sound? What's that sound? 20 questions edition. So no, it's. Okay, how about this? How about you tell us? How about you, Carlos? Will play one more time, and then you'll tell us what you think.
I'll play in 1, 2, and 3.
Jason's so mean.
I'll
too
help.
short.
I know, right? It's good, right?
I'll help Kat. Can I help Kat on that?
Yeah, you can help Kat. She's
Kat,
a nice person.
it is.
There's a
it is
large array of answers,
actually, it is a guest screaming. It's not part of the sound effect.
Is
We
it
think
Space-
it's a guest. We haven't confirmed it, but we think it's
Yeah,
a guest.
probably is a guest.
Is it Space Mountain?
That would be no. But thanks for
I like
playing.
that answer.
No,
though.
but-
there's a lot of people guessing.
but
the same
I will
thing.
help.
Space Mountain.
Comments. Claire
Let-
said the same thing.
Let me help you with one
says-
little hint.
Huh?
It was recorded from outside.
Oh.
Outside of Space Mountain.
What?
Wow. So
Yes,
incoming undone.
there are a lot of comments here, but yes.
Indecent.
It was recorded outside of Space Mountain in the
No, it was.
That was Jason being mean.
I love that you thought it was a possibility.
The whole thing is that actually
And I
there,
was thinking teacup.
Don't talk about teacup.
yeah, and
Jason had a bad experience. On the
if
teacups
it
on
was
a recent live
teacups, that scream probably was Jason's, and it sounds like Jason.
Don't talk about teacups.
show. Or the gimbal that you tortured on that.
My gimbal will never be the same again after that.
Jeez.
So Caleb saying Jason screaming on Tower of Terror. Zach Brown is saying screams that are from Big Thunder. Lisa getting out in Mine
There's
Train.
a lot of Tower of Terror.
Claire from UK is saying Splash Mountain
Michael
Drop.
Riley's Navi River Journey. And that would be Jason. That could be Jason's screaming on Navi River
Screaming
Journey.
for entirely different reasons.
It's like, Terry, Stinson Darty stops us singing.
So
Is
Heather,
Terry even
Tower
doing
of
that? I
Terror.
don't think I've seen her.
Sarah is saying somewhere inside the haunted mansion. Chris
Oh,
say people
This is the
screaming
moment where we
on a
should all
coaster.
tag Terry Stinson Darty right now.
I would say I think she got thrown in Facebook jail from the last time.
Yeah, right now.
that somebody did that to her.
Ben from UK saying Tower of Terror screams. Can I give
Has
the last?
anybody gotten it yet?
Can I get yes?
Well,
Can I get the last hint to help Kat? It's not a roller coaster. And it's an attraction that was already mentioned in our show today in the top 3.
Tower of Terror.
Yes. Let's do the review.
That is a vivid scream, considering it was outside
wait,
of Tower of
did you
Terror.
hear the kid at the end? He says, "Let's get out of here."
I did. That's how I feel too when I go on that.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
It
He
is.
wasn't even on the attraction.
It is. When people ask me what is the issue, which is the issue that I have with roller coasters, and it's not because of the twists and turns. It's because of drops. And so that's
Somebody
why.
said that's the sound when it takes over 120 minutes to get into Joffrey's.
And that's why I
That's a
cannot go
similar
to.
sound.
I cannot ride Tower of Terror. Is because in the beginning, the last time I went, there were probably 2 drops. I know that they changed. They upgraded to 4 or 5 drops. No way.
It's fun. It's like bouncing. It's like the Tigger ride.
That is in no way comparable. And that's the poo ride.
The
not
wonderful
the
thing
Tigger
about
ride.
Tower.
Remember,
Tower's
for
a
me,
wonderful thing.
the drop in Pirates of the Caribbean is pretty radical. So it's extreme. So I
That's his
have,
limit.
yeah.
Oh, Carlos.
So
Our pumpkin.
no. Jason, have you told them that you had the opportunity to see the plant picture?
Oh,
Maybe Pete steal it for the show.
me
Okay,
or
so somebody's got to
Carlos?
fill Cat in on this backstory.
Kat,
I
a
think
while
it needs to be
ago I
Jason or
did
Carlos, either one.
I did a show from Orlando, from the home in Orlando, and by coincidence, I had the camera pointed like this, but in the back, in the wall, there was a picture, art, a painting of a plant, but in the way that was placed behind me, I looked like
You know where this is
Kevin.
going,
You know
right?
Kevin from Up. I was. I
There's
was
a great
scared.
Photoshop picture of a T-shirt for this.
So let's go to the number 3. So the last sound clip in 1, 2, and 3. Ooh,
That's really difficult.
that one is difficult.
That is really. There's not much to work with there until the very end.
Yes.
Play it again, Carlos.
Play again, Sam.
In 1, 2, and 3. Probably this is one of the most difficult ones that you brought up to now, Jason.
This is
think?
really hard. I have no idea. Really? I recognize the sound, but I can't place it.
They're
That's
coming.
kind of the point.
Kat, what do you think?
You know, if Maelstrom was still around, that would have been my guess
Yeah.
for this one.
Yeah, I feel that. I
Now you got Colin all happy because you talk about
I love
Master.
Maelstrom. I still miss
Oh
it.
my gosh! Look what
I like the new attraction.
Look-
but
look
it's
what
like a
he
hot
brought.
button top for me. There's the plant.
There it is.
so.
I miss Maelstrom so much.
Oh, I love that one.
So we do have here Heather saying that was the echo of me screaming on Tower of Terror 17 years ago. How did mention
Probably
crawl?
Carlos on the Goofy's flying coaster when we rode that
Barnstormer.
California.
Ben says Haunted Mansion. Jenny is saying the cemetery scene in the Haunted Mansion. It makes sense. I dig it. But this, I don't think so.
That's where my
Mariana
mind-
saying awesome. Lisa getting mine in the Haunted Mansion. Mark Jones saying the Mighty Space Mountain Ghost Galaxy. Halloween question. Oh, this is for Mark Sheffer. Your favorite Disney villain? He's asking the thread there, the group. Norway, Frozen Wind, Haunted Mansion, Pirates, Haunted Mansion. And then Zach Brown said one of the caves in Tonsire Island.
It could also be when you're on Expedition Everest. Like I feel like it's a cold, windy type
That's
of.
That's a good guess.
That definitely makes sense.
That's a really good guess. I will do it again in 1, 2, and 3.
And I have ridden that one. I don't know if Carlos has.
Again, I will do it again. Sorry, again now.
Oh, what's that at the end there?
Jason, every time he says that, like he doesn't know what it is.
I don't know. Maybe it's pirates. Maybe it's pirates.
There's so many things this one could be, and everybody's all over the place in the comments. Who's
But,
the closest so far?
No, there's
I'm not gonna
someone.
tell you.
There's
Are we making Kat guess this?
there.
Don't be
have
mean
to-
to her. She's a nice guest.
I know. Don't be mean.
I
Like, this
already
is John
saw
Panda. We were really mean to him.
Oh, but John.
someone got it right,
Yeah.
and few comments later, it was again right.
Kat
The,
said it
the rightness
already.
of the answer did not change.
No, but it was with another comment.
Oh, you're
from-
saying somebody else said
Yeah,
that.
somebody else came with the same comment.
I'm with you now.
So, Haunted Mansion. I guess that would be my final answer.
Survey says.
She's so mean.
You know, but it's it is in the same park. It is in the same park. We're talking about Magic Kingdom,
Okay.
and it is not far from
The correct answer has appeared, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, we can.
is not far from the Haunted Mansion.
It's not.
So, is it pirates?
Right now, you could actually walk to it.
No,
You
cannot.
could actually walk to it
You could, yeah,
yesterday.
yeah, but I don't think it is today.
Oh, I don't know.
That's a clever hint if I think he's going where I thought he was.
Claire is
does it
saying
mean-
Pirates. No, actually, it's closer to the mansion than Pirates. Well, I would say the following. Because Zach Brown already came with many different options, but it is one of his options.
He's stuck on one though. I've seen it.
And
I
I
think
also
twice.
saw beef.
So wait. It's the,
Oh, she's back in the game, guys.
it's in the caves then?
Is it? Are you asking us or telling us?
That's his casual way, I think, of saying yes.
Yes.
Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
Yes.
Yes, it's
Yes.
Wow.
the caves.
Okay. I don't think I ever noticed that they had sound in caves.
They did. They do. Well, the screams are from Guess.
That's
And-
the
Jason
truth.
at the
Yeah,
end of
Jason.
truth.
And actually, Jason
Hey,
is
I was
screaming
holding-
like
I
that.
was holding the camera.
You have a tripod.
And it was amazing because Zach
stuff
got
to
it
be-
right,
Yeah.
and there was another comment. I think. Let me see.
I think somebody might have got it before Zach, but I'm not.
Yes,
100%.
yes, I saw it before Zach here, but yes. Oh, Joe Logan, Tom Sawyer
You must
Caves.
be my cousin Joe.
Yeah. And then Zach, the cave on Tom Sawyer Island.
There you go. There you go. Well, I will say you've done better than any guest we've had so far. So,
Yes, it's true.
on both segments.
In both segments, and before after. Which was the other guest we had before after? Oh, it was John.
It was John. It was John.
John, yeah. Well, are we allowed to bring another magic word that I will not type?
What do you mean you won't type? You got to bring another magic word.
Okay, so the second magic word of the night will be. Let me pick something that is easy.
Are you gonna pick it? Why can't we pick it?
No, because
I think
Cat
you're
pick it.
mean.
Cat pick it. Let Cat pick it.
Magic
Maybe it
word.
should be cat.
Yes, cat, bring it
It's
on.
fun. Yeah.
Unless
So
you
is
don't
that the magic word, or am I
I don't-
picking a magic
you
word?
you can pick another one. You don't have to have that if you don't like your name. That's fine.
No, it can be cat.
I mean,
Nice
that's
and simple.
okay.
Cat with a K.
Okay, so let's do it. The magic word would be cat,
Black cat.
but no, it will
not.
be cat.
But not.
Just
Yeah.
So that's the magic word.
On Halloween, she is a Halloween cat.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't know if you noticed, Kathy, that once there were some of the overlays that I did for you that was a cat.
Oh, really? You
Yeah,
did that for me?
Because-
Thank you.
yeah, but nobody
He's so
mentioned
proud of that too.
nobody mentioned about overlays and nothing.
I
Yeah,
really appreciated the overlays. I like it.
I
I-
tried to warn you, cat. I tried to warn you.
I spent
If you don't like notice
It's
everything,
just for compliments.
you're on the couch, baby.
so our friends, please write it down. The cat is the
They're
second
coming
magic
through
word.
fast and furious. Today.
Yes. You notice that the delay today seems to be.
It's worse than usual.
Oh, actually, it's not so bad on mine.
No, it's not so
Really?
bad. For me, it's really
Oh,
fast.
it's slow for me.
No.
No, you're in Kentucky.
That's true. A little further away. That's right. Because that's how it works.
Light speed just goes so much slower in Kentucky. It's all the bourbon.
Thank
So
you for all
speaking
the
of the Wheel
comments.
of Disney,
Yeah, what are we doing here? He's
Yes,
so
you know.
mesmerized by his overlays. He's like, oh
He's
my
like,
No,
God.
no, no,
time,
no, no, no. It's,
overtime,
I'm just giving time for people
Oh,
to start
overlays.
commenting.
Anybody notice the overlays?
And don't forget to like and share, please. So let's move on for the last.
Fishing for compliments across the
He's
board
so
now.
really.
Now is the time.
Now's the best, spookiest, creepiest, scariest time in the world.
Good. So this is our Wheel of Disney. The time that we're gonna spin the wheel first. We're gonna spin the wheel with 8 names that we picked randomly this week, and we're gonna find someone that will be then spinning the wheel for the prizes. Okay.
Who do we have this week, Carlos?
So let's go for the names. Everybody's ready. Oh, it's funny because someone said already best segment intro. Thank you.
He loves the music on this one.
So let's go to the names. So
Learning. She's off the couch. She's fine.
eight names that will be on the first spin of the wheel, and the first name is Zach Brown.
Look at that.
The second name, Heather Dammit.
Look at the little ghost.
The third name, Joe Logan.
Spooky.
The fourth,
Comment on all of them just so Carlos doesn't get sad.
Debbie Ismiglio Harlot.
Look at that. Is that like the cat from Bewitched?
Yes.
Kind of looks like the one from. Oh crap!
The-
Blanked out. Never mind.
The
Sabrina?
fifth name is Ben Ackhurst from UK. I hope Ben
It's
is
like creepy cloud
he's-
too.
Then the sixth name is Fred Abley.
Oh, Fred.
Fred's ghost
Buddy
needs some
Flip.
sleep.
Seventh, Valerie Seidel.
Oh, she's got a lot going on there. Good
And
chat.
the eighth and last name to be in the wheel is Mark Sheffield.
Mark is
Hey,
like clawing
Mark.
his way back there. Look at
Yes.
He
Okay.
He made our list last week too, I think.
And actually, there's some names that they're trying. Joe
People
Logan.
that are participating quite a bit.
Yes, Joe Logan, Valerie also. I'm just trying to get ready here with the names. So let's spin the wheel. Let's do that.
Find out our winner.
Okay, so that's the wheel of names.
I don't want everyone to get bankrupt.
He's always stuck with that
It's not even
image.
possible.
So spinning the wheel of names.
Good spin. That's a long one.
Oh, it's solidly Joe Logan.
Joe
you go.
Logan.
Joe.
Right.
I think he's here, isn't he?
Right.
He's
Yeah. He's always here.
he's always here.
He's got mud on his shoes from walking across the rivers of America.
So let me.
Gotta read the comments, dude. You gotta read.
So
I
Joe.
have to go back.
So get ready because we're going to spin the wheel of prizes. And
Since
well,
you are
let's
here,
talk.
You might get a respin if you don't want the prize that we planned on.
So let's mention one thing. There was one prize that was substituted because the last spin we had Mark Williams he got the virtual magic show, and
Chris Shepard. So
yeah, so
nice thing volunteered for.
so we
us.
replaced that by something that Jason bought in Fort Wilderness.
Do we have a little show and tell here?
Hold on. Don't worry about it.
the,
Every time he gets freaked out, he thinks you're gonna give him away. It's okay.
Oh, it's about time to give that chicken away.
It's okay.
Yes.
It's okay. Well, don't.
Maybe you can give away a sombrero.
So that's the
It's upside down.
It's upside down, buddy.
No, you're upside down.
So it's
about that?
a magnet from Fort Wilderness.
What
So
does that say on it? Other than the Fort Wilderness part?
explore the wild.
Explore the wild.
Explore
That's
the
cool.
wild.
That's nice.
Yeah, isn't that nice? And it's got
And he-
Goofy on it, but it's like hiker Goofy.
Hiking Goofy.
Ew.
Hike-
In other words, Jason and Goofy form.
So let's go. Let's go to the wheel again, and let's spin it for the prizes. So Joe, get ready there, and we're spinning.
Oh, that's a good one.
Hey,
yeah, it's
this
the
is
new
like
one.
perfect for Joe too.
Yeah, let's.
He's like doing a little happy dance
Well, we'll
right
see.
now.
He'll have to tell us in the comments if he wants us to respin, and then
If he-
Jason.
So,
will get
Joe,
embarrassed.
you
I can
have-
imagine
you
there's
have-
other things he wants, but this Joe, I'm just saying.
That's fun.
I
So-
thought about you when I bought this.
So Joe, you have the
each other.
chance. You have one chance to ask for us to spin it again or not. It's up to
Yep.
you. Let's wait for
This-
Joe.
Waiting on the delay.
And this is where we talk amongst ourselves now a little bit
Is the
because we're
cat
waiting.
sushi still on there?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Should I go get it?
Sure. We gotta buy some time anyway here for a few
Can't reach
seconds.
it. It's so far away.
So
Cat sushi's still on there. Cat sushi's still on there.
And that's
And-
not cat that's
and
joined us
the
tonight.
whole-
That's cat
how you
that's
call-
joined
Not my
the
personal
pavilion.
I mean, Remy's on there. No, not.
Doreen is saying, Joe, love it or list it.
Cat, if you would like Cat to come over to your house and make sushi for you.
Okay, so Joe,
That
Joe,
is not
Joe,
happening.
10 months.
Joe is saying that he will take the magnets. Okay, perfect,
Awesome.
Joe. So you got
that.
the. What we like to ask you, Joe, is that you please send your address in a direct message in our, or even
Or you
to
can send
Jason
Or
on the After Hours
Jason.
page.
That works too.
Yeah,
Whatever.
you
I'm
can-
the only one that checks the messages anyway on the after hours. So it's just fine.
Don't throw us under the
No,
bus.
you're the one that frequently, from minute to minute is checking the messages.
But doesn't respond to us till like 6 hours later.
I'm sorry.
Congratulations,
I don't blame
Joe.
you. I don't blame you.
Nice,
It's
nice
fine.
having you
It's
as
fine. I'm not
the-
bitter at all.
Okay, so we have everything done here. Let me go back here. Okay. It is about time. So,
Sorting things like
Kat,
this.
you survived? What you thought about
Yeah.
it? It was a little bit. There was a little
It's a
bit.
little bit of a match always.
Yes, but that's the way it is. And
Really, we
That's
didn't
what
run
I
it out.
expect from men. I told you you needed a woman's
Rude.
touch here on this show tonight.
You did say that. You did say that.
He's right. I mean, we can't deny it.
That should not
So I had a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for inviting me. It was so much fun. And, I can handle being put on the spot like I was several times this evening. It was really fun. Thank you.
But Kat, I would like to kindly ask now for us to share with us a little bit what you do and your profiles, and we'd like to get to know a little bit better.
A lot of things. More than I thought, actually, because
Yeah.
it's evolved since when I was talking to you a year ago. So.
Yeah, Carlos, I don't know if we have that kind of time here tonight.
No, please.
So what I started doing about 10 years ago was I created a planning book for Disney travelers, specifically just for planning out your Disney trips and the Get Down to Disney's daily agenda book. We're in our 5th edition on that. Now it's heading into a 6th now
Good.
that Disney has changed so many different things. But that caught the eye of a travel agent, and that kind of set me on my current trajectory. So they wanted to give these books to their guests, and then I became very familiar with the agency owner. She asked me if I wanted to try my hand at being a travel agent. So I was, sure, okay. My background is in advertising, marketing, and graphic design. So I was really good at planning Disney vacations. I was really good at marketing myself. So I became a very successful travel agent. And what I noticed that was a lot of my colleagues were not finding the same success as I was, and I wanted to help them out. So I really love teaching. And so what I'm doing now is I'm coaching and mentoring and training Disney-focused travel agents to help build up their businesses. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. But if you head over to, I have a Facebook community. It's Get Down to Business. Thank you so much. The private community, everything that we do and everything that we're all about, can be learned about inside that group.
Great.
Excellent.
And
There's
I
a lot of
met
other things, so
Colin.
check out her site. So there's
Yeah.
plenty of other things on there. So
Lots of
there's a little
stuff.
something for everybody.
Little something for everybody. The one thing that I really enjoyed doing was creating Magical Snack Match. It's this little card
Ooh.
game.
See, I told
And-
you we should have had her for the snack show.
But this, actually, guys, I want to offer you this to give away. It's kind of a hot commodity because we've been sold out for a long time. I was going
Oh.
to
Good problem.
revamp the product, right before COVID. I was going to go and take pictures of new snacks, get new information. COVID hit. So that project has kind of been on hold. So I have a few decks left, and if you would like to, I would certainly
We
love
will love it.
to give away.
Awesome.
Thank you. Awesome.
We appreciate that.
We really appreciate it. Yeah.
I love it. I don't know why we waited till the end to talk about snacks.
Talk about snacks all night.
I can do that.
And more and more.
You're in good company for that.
And more we've seen some of the snacks coming back. Some places that were closed, they're opening. So it's great.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
Great.
Always possible.
Then there's
Although
some
they're
comments.
only open till about 3:00 in the afternoon. So if you see it, get it when you see it.
True.
So there is
Don't
a
wait.
lot of that is a lot of love in the comments. Susanna saying Cat is everything Disney. Aileen saying we all love Cat. Michelle McCoy saying Cat is a rock star. Great.
Thanks, guys.
And then we have Mark Sheffield saying, "Everyone enjoy your even good night from the Capto Grill." So, so Mark is not tonight. He is not in the California Grill.
No, he's not. I thought that's where he was going to be.
Yes.
All night I've been picturing you in a different spot.
So
we
Deborah
go every
saying,
week in California
"Awesome
Grill."
Cat, always so thoughtful." And thank you all that.
Oh, he is at California Grill. He fixed it.
Oh, he is in California. Okay. But the Capto Grill is also good.
It is good, but
Yeah.
it's just unexpected, Mark.
Yes. Okay,
But
good.
yes, thank you. Thanks for joining us, Kat. It's been a lot of fun. I know you're a good friend, but a distant friend sometimes, so it's always good to reconnect, and it's been fun. We'll have to have you back at some point if
Yeah.
you're
Yep.
willing to deal with us jokers at some point.
You're a
So,
good sport. Not like
yeah,
these
you
guys.
can put up
Handle
with
it.
us. Clearly, you're married. Because
I am
you
not
can put
only
up with me.
married, but I'm one of 4 children. I'm right smack dab in the middle.
You
of,
have all of the above talents, so you're
Yeah.
good to go.
I'm a survivor. I got you.
But no,
I've
seriously,
got that song in my head.
if you
Thanks.
don't know Kat, go check out her stuff. It's been a joy to have you here.
Yes.
You're one of the good folks in this Disney community that understands that it is about cooperation rather than competition, and that
100%.
often gets overlooked. So we're happy to have you, and
Thank
it's
you.
been a ton of fun. Yeah.
Yes, it has been. Thank you so much, guys.
Colin,
Absolutely.
your
So
your final
as
words.
usual, I have a shop now. It's guide4ww.com/shop where you can pick up prints from my time in the parks. There's different sizes, different price ranges, a little bit of something for everyone. And if you'd like to see something new, I am probably going to do a limited edition Christmas print coming up here very, very soon. And it's the first time I've ever done that. And it's the first time I've ever offered this print. I may only sell a very limited amount of them on a different type of material than I've ever used before. So it's kind of a mixed, unique situation on that. But for my actual site, it's guide4ww.com, where you can see some articles on there, trip planning tips, all of the above, and so many other things that you may not expect from my site, because there is some odd content on there along the way as well. Some stuff that's a little more heartfelt that you may not find elsewhere. As always, there's anywhere you can find me on social media. I am Guide4WDW on any of those platforms. So, Jason?
I'm excited that you're finally moving on to putting some of your prints on velvet.
On velvet.
That's
I'm
gonna
not
be
doing
great.
anything on velvet.
It's gonna look so dreamy, like it's the dark photos that you have. And I'm gonna put it right next to it. And you know what I'm gonna put it? Right next to the king, not the pump king, the king.
There you go. There you go. No, but something else I have not mentioned. I am probably going to do some live streaming sometime here soon that Jason's genuinely offered to help me with a little bit. So we are working through that, and I've got some plans up my sleeve along with some others that I haven't released yet. So a lot of things in the works.
Why
And
you
he's-
did
and
not
he's
ask
wearing
for
short
my
sleeves,
help?
so you know it's a weird plan.
Why you did not ask for my help?
Colin,
Well,
you did this
that-
yourself. I don't.
Yeah,
you're all on your
I
own,
walked
buddy.
into that one, didn't I?
Why you
explains
did
it.
not ask for my help, buddy? Okay.
Great. Now
Jason.
we're gonna have another week of therapy. Hi, I'm Jason Canab with Here with the Magic. Thank you so much for enduring my friends tonight, and also meeting lovely Kat. It was just great, and I learned a lot
He's
about.
nice to you.
Because she's a nice person and she's a good sport, and she does a lot of cool stuff that I have to check out.
Yes.
So it's really good. And it's always interesting when you think you know the space, the Disney space, and then you're introduced to somebody new who's doing things. You're like, why? How did I not know about that? How did Colin? How did he not tell me about it?
I
That's the
told
bigger
you about it
question.
at least once.
This week doesn't count, buddy. Okay, so couple of things. I am Jason with Here with the Magic tomorrow on our lunch break, which we do every. We don't do it every. We gotta get a new card every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern. That's Eastern Daylight Time for you Brits over there. Tomorrow we are going to be watching some Halloween-related videos together and talking about snacks and talking about Disney stuff. And I maybe might have a special guest who will show up.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Which is going to be a
There you
little
go.
different. That's
There you
right.
go.
A special guest who might show up. And this weekend, brand new video coming out that's going to take you to all around the contemporary. It's in 360. It's very peaceful, and there may be some spots. There may
It
be
looks
some
like a
spots.
lot of people are getting the Oculus, the second
You-
version now.
Yeah, the
so
Oculus 2 is perfect.
Yeah.
There may be some spots on the contemporary property you have not seen before, at least from this vantage point. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with you as well. And maybe I'll have a sneak peek tomorrow. We'll see. We can fit it in.
Cool.
12 p.m.
Very
Eastern.
cool.
You're with themagiclive.com.
Great.
There we are.
Great.
Carlos.
And it's funny because the last video that Jason put, the one from Wilderness Lodge, if you use the 360, you're gonna notice that he's being followed by someone, and that's
Creepy
me. Creepy dude. That's
And
me. That's me.
It's usually Where's Waldo Colin edition on some of these videos.
Yes, it's funny.
Now it's Carlos.
Hello, I'm Carlos Silva. Most of my content is in all of my content is in Portuguese. Is directed to the Brazilian visitors, but you can find me at Ponto Orlando and PontoMiami.com, Facebook, Instagram, website, and my YouTube channel. And also every Tuesday 8 p.m. you can watch my live show. It is in Portuguese, but pretty often, and I'm really happy to see my friends from After Hours showing up there. And I don't know, probably they're learning Portuguese, but they're trying to figure out things, and some of them stay for the whole duration of the show. It's great, and I really appreciate that. And I like to share two things. Just quickly here, because this weekend, first of all, it is something from yesterday, because we usually mention a lot about our pre-production meeting that we should record
no.
it.
Is this the surprise?
No, it is recorded, but there was a screenshot from yesterday, because
This doesn't involve me. I'm fine.
no, because Jason was trying to find out potential costumes, and he came up with this idea.
I think I was getting tired. I was just can we please get off of this call, please? Can we just stop the madness?
But then
Should have a
then
timestamp
let me
on
share
that.
another thing. Thank you for all the birthday wishes that I received from you, all of you on Saturday. But I need to share that Jason gave me a beautiful gift, a present for my birthday, and I like to share the picture that we took together, respecting. We were not respecting social distancing, but we were respecting the wearing
Well,
of masks.
I mean,
And
we do a lot of hugging on
I
that,
received that beautiful picture with me. It's a frame with me, Colin, Jason, during our trip in Disneyland, and the text.
Still need to redo that. We need to do that again.
Yes, and buddy, thank you very much. It is lovely. It's here right
You're
now,
welcome.
and I will hang it here, close to the launch board here.
Like the sword of Damocles hanging over your desk.
Okay, we survived it.
We made it. We made it.
made
We're
it.
overtime as
I
usual.
will
but-
sleep. I will sleep for 2 days now, because I went overnight just to prepare out the 80 something overlays that we did here. So on behalf of my good buddies Colin, Jason, and our guest Kat, thank you very much for being here. We will wish you always magical week ahead, and good night.
Good night.
Have a good one.
Good night.